Hey everyone, it's Andrea, Collector's Corner's Assistant Manager in Baltimore, and these are my staff picks for the week of March the 12th. I'm going to start out with Boom Studios has a new number one out this week called The Returning. It's really good. It seems like there's a new trend in the media. There seems to be a new trend every year of something science fiction or horror related that everybody seems to cling to, and that becomes kind of a common thread. Right now, Returning from the Dead seems to be the main trend. Revival definitely started that, the Tim Seeley book. And there's a French show that's on Netflix that I definitely recommend watching called The Returning. And then there's a couple of other uh, shows that have been released that's all about people who have died or are dead and come back to life. And that seems to be kind of what's happening in the community right now. That last year I feel like it might have been like Frankenstein's were really big. You had Helheim and a couple of other books come out that were all about or Frankenstein's monster. And every year there's a new different thing, but this is a really interesting book. It talks about a society where if you have a near death experience, you come back and there's something changed. There's It's not really explained what it is, but there's stories in the book of, this woman had a near death experience, and then a month later she ends up stabbing four people at a mall. They don't know how, they don't know why, but it's really interesting. I'm excited to see where they're going to take the character. Again, this is a new number one, so there's really no reason why you shouldn't be reading these. Pick up your number ones. It's a good, it's a number one. You might as well. Going into Image now, I've got the latest Manifest Destiny issue 5. Still great, still really cool, still terrifying. There is let me see if I can find it really quick. There's a terrifying panel in here just that made me shudder and just go, whoa. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That is a deer that has been infected with a terrible plant virus thing monster. I think it was the missing eyeball that really did it for me, but yeah. Good job, guys. Manifest Destiny. And that's issue 5, so I believe once they hit issue 6, that's going to wrap up their story arc, if they're following the regular Image protocol. So keep an eye out. The trade for that's probably going to be out in the next couple of months. I'm excited for that. Dark Horse, Beast of Burden. I am a huge, really big, unabashed Beast of Burden fan. I have probably sold about a dozen books just off of word of mouth. And Evan Dorkin and Jill Thompson, they're a great team. I found out about Jill Thompson through Sandman. She did my favorite story arc, which is Brief Lives. And I followed her artwork for a while. She did the Little Endless Storybook, which was in the watercolor style, which is how I found out that she has been doing watercolors. And Beast of Burden, if you guys don't know, is about a group of dogs mainly that protect their town, Burden Hill, from the supernatural, from monsters, from anything that might harm their humans. You might be able to tell a theme with me. I read Rover Red Charlie. I read Beasts of Burden. I'm an animal lover, and Beasts of Burden is really great because while the dogs talk to each other and to other animals, it still has that. It's not as dumbed down as Rover Red Charlie. Whenever they bark, they go, "I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog." But Beasts of Burden is really similarly done, where you have, the cats are jerks to the dogs, and the dogs talk very plainly to each other, and you have, the shepherds and the collies are a little bit smarter than, say, like the pugs and the terriers. So it's really clever to see Evan Dorkin working in the what you would think a dog would really act like if they could talk, but it's really well done. Hunters and Gatherers, which is the one shot that just came out this week, it follows the trade that's out. It's a really nice oversized hardcover. I definitely recommend picking it up if you can. Go to your comic shop tomorrow. Pick up the hardcover. Pick up the one shot, and you'll be good to go. And Joel Thompson's artwork is, I'm gonna use sumptuous, is the best way for me to describe it. It is beautifully done, just gorgeously laid out watercolors. Just makes me want to dive right into it. And I was really mad that this was a one shot. I want more. I want more Beasts of Burden. I want another, I want all the Beasts of Burden. Let's go and do some Marvel books now. What do I have for my Marvel staff picks? Black Widow. It's still doing good. At this point, I'm kind of just reading it because it's Phil Noto's artwork. I mean, he's got some beautiful... You can see this is a 2-page spread where you have Natasha up at the top and then the great big explosion. And, Phil... I will overlook a questionable story if it has really beautiful artwork, and I kind of feel that's what's happening in Black Widow. The story is still good. Is it as good as it could be? I don't know. I'm kind of picky. But I think that, the fact that it's Phil Noto art is really, really helpful. I think I'm going to see out the end of the story arc at least. I think it's good. And of course I have to support, Marvel releasing a solo female hero. I try to support that as much as I can. I would do it with DC too if they had more female solo books, but I'm not getting into that argument right now. I do not have the time. Let's go on to new Hawkeye. I'm kind of mad. I'm mad. Because the last issue of Hawkeye left off on a cliffhanger, and this issue of Hawkeye, it doesn't do anything. It's doesn't wrap anything up, doesn't do anything for me. It's adorable, it's cute, it has the winter friends, My favorite is probably Samantha Hayne, the Pagan Princess, and it's got oh man, I apologize, I'm gonna butcher your last name, Chris Edapolutis, the guy that does Cowboy. He's the one that does the artwork. Yep, that guy. Cowboy, by the way, if you don't know, is a book that's out by Arcadia, and it's a really amazing story, and it's done by the same guy that did the artwork for Hawkeye 17. So, I would recommend picking up Cowboy, and then picking up Hawkeye issue 17, which doesn't resolve any of the cliffhanger, but is still adorable, and Matt Fraction, you minx, doing this to me. Okay. Last of the Marvel books is Secret Avengers. This is an all-new Marvel Now #1. I had not read any of the other Secret Avengers. I picked this up because it was an all-new Marvel Now #1. And I also picked it up because I had been reading Alice Cott's book through Image, which is called Zero, which is really good. And I was a big fan of that. He's doing Secret Avengers. I figured it's a #1. It's a jumping on point. #1s. You should pick up #1s. They're jumping on points. So I grabbed this, and I am really happy that I did. Because it's funny, it's smart, it's got MODOK, which is always a good thing. And I don't know, I'm excited. It has a really great team. And I think Secret Avengers is I hope it's not going to be a sleeper hit. I hope that people out there are hearing about it and that are interested in it, but I feel like it might be getting a little bit overshadowed with all of the other Avenger titles that are on the shelf, because there's 5 or more Avengers titles out there through Marvel right now. But if you have a chance, pick up Secret Avengers. It is really funny, and I definitely recommend it. Okay, so my final pick of the week is actually a trade. It's a collection of the End Times of Bram and Ben, which came out through Image probably like a year ago. The trade took a little bit of time to actually come out, and this originally, the End Times of Bram and Ben, were it was done as a Kickstarter, and so they did it. They raised their money as a Kickstarter to do the story. They were able to get it published through Image, and then I had read most of the single issues, and then I think I missed a couple of issues, and they went out of print, and I never finished the end of it, and so I grabbed the trade, and it's fantastic. It's really, really, really funny. It reminds me a lot of Chronicles of Wormwood, which came out through Avatar, and then also it has like little touches of Battle Pope, just because it's just completely crazy. And I really dig the artwork. I think it's really funny. I definitely think you should pick it up. And for $13, you're getting a lot. This is a hefty little $13 trade. So I would definitely recommend picking up the End Times of Bram and Ben. Let's see, what's my pick of the week going to be this week? I think I'm honestly leaning towards Secret Avengers. I don't know why, but I'm making a habit of the last comic that I review as being my staff pick, but I really think Secret Avengers is going to be my pick of the week. Because I grabbed it off the shelf, not expecting a lot, and I was really pleasantly surprised. I chuckled a couple of times, and I definitely think I'm going to pick up issue 2, which is what you want in a good number 1. So, that's Secret Avengers, Alish Cott, Michael Walsh. I would definitely recommend picking that up. Hawkeye, Black Widow, Beasts of Burden, Manifest Destiny, The Returning, and End Times of Bram and Ben. Those are my staff picks for this week, and I will see you at the comic shop.